Well, I'll tell you what, that's where.
You want to explain why a Frisco bike is a Frisco bike? You know, the hills, you know, the weather, the potholes, you know, how steep everything is. I mean, how it's affected the style.
Well,
clearance, you gotta have clearance.
well, you gotta have the clearance on the ground with the bike and stuff. You can't get these slam low bikes. They're not gonna make it around the city. They're not gonna make it around turns even and stuff. So you gotta look out for the clearance of the bike and stuff, and just you know, that's just pretty much basically it and stuff, really.
Explain high pegs.
The high, you mean the high pegs? Well, it's like a jockey. I always tell everybody, you know, you're on a horse. When the jockeys out of racing a horse and stuff, their feet are underneath them and stuff. Instead of, you know, their feet ain't out like this, you know, because you're not in control of the bike that way. We feel, you know, when you got your pegs and when you got your feet underneath you and stuff, and you're more into it like that and stuff, you're just more in control of the bike. That's how we feel. When I first came around the club, I had the pegs out there and stuff, and you remember what happened to me? You know, I crashed, you know, and stuff. And after that first crash and stuff, you know, everything went more compact, better brakes, you know, dual disc brakes. Because in the old days, we never had brakes in the front. You know, we didn't need them. Well, that's what we felt. That's what we thought. But after your first couple of crashes, if you survive the crashes, you just get back on it, and you try to make it better than what you had before, so you could be around it a little bit longer. And we went with the dual disc brakes in the front, and kept tight. You know, like, you know, when you're riding and stuff, you keep tight and stuff. It could be, you know, people ask, you know, are you all how come you all crunched up? Do you feel, you know, is your back hurting you? I rode rigid frames for over 15 years, and I never had no problems with it and stuff. You know, it depends on the body and the man, I guess. You know, but we have our style and we like it.
You know, like the foot pegs you're talking about. The stock foot pegs used to come off the frame about this far, about an inch. You know, and that used to connect to the floorboards, and they'd hit as soon as you start leaning. So then there were some aftermarket ones that somebody was making. I forget who it was. They were like half-inch rod. Used to go about 3 inches, 4 inches, and with rubber pad on them, which gave you clearance, and you can run your pipe underneath of it, tuck it in nice and tight, so you can lean the bike over a whole lot more. And then when you scrape your pegs, at least you know you're leaning over quite a bit.
Wayne, you said you got your style and you like it. Can you just say exactly what your style is?
Well, the style is, you know, we have a lot of different styles that we all like and stuff. You know, we're not like committed to one style and stuff, because we have our, you know, our show bikes, our choppers, what you might want to call them, and then we have our bikes that we use for long hauls and stuff. You know, we have stuff like that and stuff. But around town and stuff, you pretty much seen what we ride. Those are the type of bikes we use around town, and some of the guys even use them on the long hauls that we go on. And we're talking about, you know, 1,500, 2,000 mile hauls that we take sometimes in a pack. And sometimes you just can't do it on a rigid frame all the time. We've tried. You know, but there's better equipment out there nowadays, and
do you think that comes with age?
Well, it could, Jess. It could. But it's just like we've just evolved and stuff. You know, I mean, the whole bike scene has gone from the old rigid frames. You know, going 50 miles was a big haul, and now you got better equipment out there and stuff, and we just have to utilize it and stuff for our trips, because we do make some pretty long, intense trips.
If you could pick, if you could only have one bike for the rest of your life, and that was it.
That's a tough
You had to
one.
pick your perfect bike and the one you would want forever.
Yeah.
Describe it.
It would probably be my FXR outside. It's custom. It's chopped. It has the Frisco style gas tank on it, and it's a very comfortable bike. And it still looks like a chopper, and you kind of like get the best of both worlds with it. I think the way it's set up and the way it looks, and you know, it's just that would be probably my favorite outside right now and stuff. I got a soft tail, I got a dresser and stuff, and if I had to pick one and stuff, if I couldn't pick any of them and stuff, that would probably be the one I'd pick. It's just a very comfortable bike.
What about you? What would your, if you one bike forever, describe it?
FXR, King Sportster tank, high mounted, mid controls, high off the ground, big inch motor, go fast in the turns, just durable. Probably stick with that.
Yeah, same with me. I'd choose an FXR over any other bike that I've had. FXR, and that's why I want to do another FXR again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you think Harley doesn't make that bike anymore? Besides it being too expensive to make, they don't want to have frames hand welded.
That's one of the causes, and
Maybe they're detouring themselves away from us because they know that's what we ride mostly now. I don't know.
it's I don't know why Harley stopped, but I know it's more expensive for them, and they're just looking to make a buck, I guess, or
Yeah.
get more efficient on the money. But the FXR is the one bike I'd hang on to.